This week's quote is attributed to Albert Einstein, and it says the following: "You can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them." And I have so many stories about this, and I'm going to tell you a very personal story about this and my journey. If that interests you, keep watching. I have had a lifetime of humiliation and struggle with obesity. It's been quite a journey for me. And this Albert Einstein quote really feels so relevant right now, because what it talks about is, that other part, the other one that we also keep hearing of, we cannot do this. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And I followed all the stuff, followed all the right diets, I followed all the right exercise programs, and nothing helped. And all of that is locked into one kind of thinking. And that kind of thinking is the problem is intake versus output. In other words, how much are you burning versus how much are you putting into your body? And recently, and I'm going to say where I got it from, Eric Edmeades' Wild Fit program has had a profound effect on my life, because he talks about food psychology and he completely debunks this idea, because we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that caused them. And so we need to change our whole mindset about food. And it's so interesting because the body has so many ways of releasing calories, you could never measure it. And another thing is that the body has the ability to release simply because it wants to release. In other words, the issues are elsewhere. The issues are psychological. The issues are emotional. The issues are in so many different places. And so when this month we're talking about growth, we are starting to look at it from a different perspective. We're starting to look at it from a perspective of what is growth really about? And what growth is really about is finding new mindsets, finding new ways of thinking to solve old problems, not trying to solve old problems with old ways of thinking. Now, if that particularly interests you, I challenge you to contact me, because then I will tell you more of that story. But just know this: the mindset, the approach, the kind of thinking we do, that impacts everything. That impacts how creatively we can solve our problems. What are your problems? What are the things you're struggling with? How would you like to be liberated and set free from old thinking and find new ways of tackling those problems?